Hello everyone, this is Stranger. In this video, what we are going to see is SQL Server class. So SQL Server class helps us to retrieve a set of bundle of records from the table. SQL Server class helps us to specify condition on the column or record of a table. So this SQL Server class is basically a filter which filter the records on a specific condition we specify. Only gives us the records which are satisfies the condition. If the records does not satisfy the condition, the class will remove it from the result set. So select, where, group by, order by, having, and distinct. These are some basics and mostly commonly used SQL Server class. So in this video, we are only going to see this 6 type of server class. So let's get into the video. So first we are going to see is select. We have already seen the select statement usage. This is the table. If we want to select everything from the table, we specify. So now we are going to see how we can use the select statement in a different use case. So we already know if we mention star, the select statement is for retrieving the data from the table which is present inside our database. If we mention star, it will retrieve everything from the table. If we suppose if we want only this name and club name, or only the name or the cert number, if we want a specific column from a table, we have to specify the column name inside our query. So how we can use it? That is only simple. Select name column and cert num. Cert num contains space, so we have to specify it inside the square bracket. Cert num from where? From football stars table. Football stars. Select it, execute it. You see, we only retrieved name and cert number column. Select those two statements and execute it. See here, from this first statement, we have retrieved everything present inside our table. In the second statement, we specified name and cert number column only. So we only get those two columns. It will omit this club name column. So this is how we use the select statement. Next, get into the next class. Now we are going to see the where class. From the beginning of this course, we have been using this select class and where class. Now let's see what where class can does. So this is our table. It contains 10 football stars name. So if you only want the Barcelona players present inside our table, we can specify it with the where class. So if we specify where club equal to Barcelona, we will only get the result set as the record satisfies the where condition. Okay, let's get into the practical part. So then only we can understand and get a grip in this where class. This is our table. We have already seen in the previous select class also. So now in this where class also, we are going to use the same table. If we only want the Barcelona players or Real Madrid players or PSG players, how we can get that? So that for filter purpose, we are using this where class. So how we can specify the query? Select star from football stars, where, in which column we are going to categorize or filter from this club name column. So it contains space. We have to use square bracket, club name equal to single quotation Barcelona. That's all. This where class act as a filter. It will only get those records which satisfy this condition, and it leave the other records which does not satisfy this condition. So select it all and execute. Select it all and execute it. You only get these 3 records because it satisfies this where condition. It contains Barcelona, Messi is Barcelona, Neymar is Barcelona, Lewandowski is Barcelona. So we will only get those records which satisfies this where class. This is how we can use this where class. So that's all about this where class. Next class we are going to see is group by class. This is our table. It content in records. Suppose if you want to see how many players present inside a particular club, what I mean by that is if you want to see how many players present in Barcelona, PSG, and Real Madrid, this is the results that we want. See here, this is club name, and each club contain the respective players. Barcelona contain 3 players: Messi, Lewandowski, and Neymar, and Real Madrid 6 players, and PSG 1 player, Di Maria. Group by class is used to group the records according to the condition we specify, and it gives us group the similar values present inside it. So let's get into the practical part, then only we can have a grip in this group by class. This is our table. It contains 10 records. If we want to calculate how many players present inside our table, we can use count aggregate function. If we want to count total number of players present inside our table, we can mention it count which column we want to count. A name column, name from football stars. This is our table. So football stars, select it all and execute it. See 10, we have 10 records, so it is showing 10 in the result set. If we want to name for this column, we can use aliases. How we can use it? We can give name nearby the column we specify. Square bracket count of players. So select it all and execute it. You can have count of players as the column name. So we got how many players present inside a table, that is 10. We have 10 records. If you want to categorize into how many players present inside each respective club, we should use this group by. Then only it will categorize the number of players present inside each club. So we have to use that group by class after this statement. We can't categorize them before we are doing this aggregate function. So we have to first complete this aggregate function, then only we can use this group by. So group by is the keyword. Group by club name. If you do and execute it, so we got how many players present inside each club. We want the club name also. We have to specify it here. Club name, close the square bracket, comma, select it all and execute it. See, select those 2 statements and execute it. This is the result set stop for the first query, and this is the result set for the second query. Here we, in the result set, we are having how many players present inside each club. Barcelona 3, PSG is 1, Di Maria only in PSG, and Real Madrid we have 6 players. So this is how we can use this group by class. So first we have to complete everything. That means we have to use this aggregation, then only we can categorize our group into the similar records with the help of group by class. So this is how we use this group by class. Practice it more, then only you can get a grip in this concept. Next class is order by. This is our table. So the order by is basically ascending and descending the result set. We can do ascending or we can do descending. That's all about this order by class. So let's get into the practical part to understand it completely. So let's see the practical part of order by class. So this is the query we have seen in the last group by class. Suppose if you want your data in ascending order, what I mean by that is if you want your data with a certain number arranging in from lowest to highest or highest to lowest, we can do that here also. How we can do that? Order by certain number. It has space, so we have to give open square bracket and close square bracket. So that's all. Select it all and execute it. See here, 7 and the highest is 97. We are arranging the data. We are sorting it out on a ascending or descending manner. Here by default is it in ascending order. If you want this as descending, you have to mention as dissect. So AC for ascend and DESC for descending order. So execute it, you will get the data from highest to lowest. So this is how we use this order by class. So the next class we are going to see is the having class. This having class is also a class like where class. We have seen the where class, which is the second type of class. After select class, we have seen that where class. Where class is also a filter. Here, this having class is also a filter. But there is a major difference between these two class. So this is our table. This having class instance, we are going to use this group by result set. So after we get this result set by using group by class, we have to use a filter to eliminate the number of players less than one. See here, Barcelona contain 3 players, Real Madrid 6 players, PSG 1. So what we want is, suppose if we want the club having more than one number of players, then PSG will not get into this result set. That is what we are going to see in this having class. So having count more than one, PSG got eliminated because PSG contain only one player, Di Maria. So Di Maria got eliminated. So for that, we are using this having class. This having class is same like where class. Let's get into the practical part. So then only we can understand this is our result set after group by class. So this having class, we can use this having class with the aggregation function, but we can't use this with where class. Where class is also a filter. Group by having class is also a filter. I told you, no. So if you use where count, in what column we have to count? A name column. Name greater than 1. If you do so, you will get up with error. So incorrect syntax near the keyword. What we have to do, we have to use the having class. Having class. If you now select the query and execute it, you have Barcelona and Real Madrid. So see here, we got the result set, what we expected, and we eliminated PSG because it contained only one player. So this having class, we can use this having class with aggregate function, but we can't use where class. Where class is a row based filter, but this having class is aggregation based. Basically, we use this having class with the group by class. So this is how we use this having class. So the next class we are going to see is the distinct class. So the distinct class is used to retrieve the distinct tuple or row present inside our table. So for that, we are using this distinct function or class. So the distinct function retrieve the unique or distinct row or tuple present inside our table. So this is our table. It contains 10 record. I have added one more record, which is Messi. We already have Messi column Barcelona 10, but in this also I have mentioned 10. So let's add another Messi with a cert number 11. So let's execute it. Retrieve everyday data present inside our table. So we got 3 Messi. So this distinct column is usually here to retrieve the distinct value present inside our table. So query for that is select distinct star from football stars. Select all. Select it all and execute it. See here. Execute these 2 queries. This is the first column which have 12 records without distinct class. This second result set is with result class. We only have the result set with the number of 11 rows. So it eliminated the identical row. See here, we have Messi Barcelona 10 and we have Messi Barcelona 10. So it removed one column and we only have one Messi Barcelona 10 in our result set. It eliminates the duplicate row or tuple present inside our table. So that is how we use this distinct class. But here Messi Barcelona 11, this is a unique or distinct, right? This Messi Barcelona 10 is the distinct one. This Messi Barcelona 11 is another distinct one. This is not the same. The distinct class whole row, not an individual messy, or not an individual column like name, club name, or set name. It see the whole row and select the distinct row or tuple present inside our table. So this is how we use this distinct class. So I hope you understand this concept. That's all about this SQL Server class. These six classes basically and most commonly used class. All about this part of this SQL Server class. We will see in the next video. If you have still any doubt, comment down that below. I will reach you and respond you. Thank you. Bye bye.